Hello, YouTube wise. FIFA here, coming to you today on a Thursday. Sorry this is a little bit late. It's just been getting delayed, but this is my Marquee Matchup Squad Builder Challenge prediction for the weekend of, I believe this is going to be the weekend of January like 21st, 22nd, 23rd. So I'll be able to confirm that'll be in the description for sure. But as you see here, I have a couple, what I'm going to go through here, and go 4 main squad builder challenges that I think will feature in the squad builder, and then a couple sleepers this week. I think there's one sleeper that's really worth investing in, and we're going to take a look at that in a second. That first sleeper, actually a lot of those players are here, but I'm going to skip. So notice that QPR player there, but we're going to skip on over to this matchup right here. And the first main matchup I think is going to happen is the QPR versus Fulham. This is a big rivalry in London. They're only like 3 miles apart. Definitely can see them getting featured here. You can pick up a lot of Fulham players for really low, on like gold Fulham players for really low, which will help with the rating, because this will be one of those things where there's probably a rating thing. And the QPR players are also super cheap, but they don't have as many golds. Cocker's already going for a lot. And the thing is, with these players, this might be a squad builder challenge where you only need one of either team, so you can make a decent amount of profit, but this isn't going to be the one where you're going to be making astronomical values. I mean, hopefully it is, but most likely not. Next, we're moving on. You see that we got this Napoli player here. We got that nice Milik, but Napoli and AC Milan square off in the city. I think that's going to be a big matchup that EA cannot just avoid. A lot of hype around it, and I think that be a nice fit for Serie A, because EA like to include the big leagues when they can, but they also of course like to throw in those curveballs, so that's why I got the sleeper picks. But AC Milan and Napoli, two high table teams, and you can pick up these players for really cheap still, even though it's Thursday. I picked up most of my guys on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm sorry that this was a little postponed, but I think those are definitely good options. And then we got the Manchester City and Tottenham game. I think this is a nice option for the BPL, but unfortunately, pardon me guys, unfortunately, the non-rares are not as low as I'd like. So I went ahead and picked up some gold rares. And the thing is that I picked up these gold rares because I would like to do the squad builder challenge, of course, too. So I think that some of these players could be useful, especially CDMs. But also, if this pans out, I still think that these players' prices will rise a few hundred coins, so that you can still make a decent amount of profit with such a low risk investment. I mean, I can discard Fernandinho for like 648 coins, and I'm not going to lose anything there. So I'm not really worried about that investment at all. I think that's a really solid shout. And so then, sorry, I probably skipped over the other one that I was going to have. I haven't invested too heavily in this one, but I definitely think it's going to be one we're actually going to go to my transfer list and get the players. But it's Toulouse and Bordeaux in the Ligue 1. This is a big rivalry that they have. And I think that this is definitely a good shout. For one, they love doing Ligue 1 for sure. And Toulouse and Bordeaux, they're listed as a rivalry or derby on the websites and whatnot. So I think that's a really solid shout. So now we're going to go to the first sleeper pick that I believe is going to be featured, and I think that that's going to be Plymouth versus Cheltenham Town in the English League 2. I think you guys should definitely think about investing in this, because this is an actual rivalry, although I mean, I just don't know. They love to throw curveballs like this in here, so I'm trying to pick up a couple of these players, because I think that if if they do have a requirement, that this will be a nice investment. And even if they don't, sooner or later these players will probably be useful. And I picked up a bunch of these guys for 150 coins, which is nothing. You can even list them up slowly but surely overnight for 200 coins if it doesn't pan out, and they will eventually sell. But like I said, I think that these guys also have a good long-term squad builder challenge value and have a really nice outside shot at getting into the squad builder challenge. Lastly, there's another rivalry in the league, but I put it on hold because Marseille was already featured, but I believe that another sleeper for this week is the Marseille-Monaco matchup. These are two big teams in the south of France, really close in proximity. Marseille players are already going for a crap ton because of the Petit or Pete, I don't know how to say his last name, I don't want to butcher it really, challenge. So I mean, you have some options at picking up some good players from Monaco and Marseille. They have a lot of non-rares and they have a lot of cheap golds, but the Monaco players are already a little bit pricey. And the league, of course, are pricey because of the Lacazette Squad Builder Challenge, but that's another time. That's a video for possibly another time. If you guys want to see me do that, let me know in this comment section below. That's something I'm really interested in. But he did just get that 87 inform, so I do not think it's worth it. But like I said, you can definitely still pick up some players like this Alessandrini or other players for low if you think that they are a good shot. But that is definitely a sleeper, so I didn't want you guys to ignore it. But at the same time, since Marseille was featured last week and the Monaco players are already necessary for a different requirement squad builder challenge, I do not think that they will be featured. So we're going to go over the recap real quick. The main ones that I think are going to be featured are the Fulham QPR. Then we're going to move to the Serie A with AC Milan and Napoli. And then we're going to the BPL with Manchester City and Tottenham. And finally, in the Ligue 1, we are going to be looking at Bordeaux and Toulouse. Those are really good shouts. I'm going to just remove all these sold. And then the sleeper-wise, we're going to go with Plymouth versus Cheltenham Town in the English League 2. And then Monaco and Marseille in Ligue 1. So I definitely think that you guys would be benefited to invest in those. Now I'd like to do a little pack up at the end. We got a new team of the week that I actually think is really useful for players. Hopefully we get that Marcus Alonso. I'd love to try him out. But I really think that this is going to be, oh, we get one Spanish. Can we get the other guy? Oh, also a nice looking card. But what I was saying is I think that this team of the week is going to be solid for like budget players that are going to be useful. If you guys want to just pick up an inform, you can pick them up for like 10 to 12K. And play with these players that are going to be able to hold their own and really just make FIFA more fun as we get going in this FIFA 17 season. So we get a couple good players. I'm looking out for anything. Do we have anything? This Atlas kit actually looks really nice. I'm probably just going to store all these guys in the club. That Latau guy I think sells for a little because of the Squad Builder Challenge. But other than that, we are going to store all in the club like I usually do with these packs and then quick sell these guys. I don't really use them for anything. Let me know what you guys think of that. The new 2 introduced squad builder challenges, like that hybrid nation one that you have to, that's a semi-pro, professional, world class, and legendary. That legendary one is so hard, and the fact that you have to use loyalty is ridiculous. But we get Kazari. It's okay. I'll take I'm disappointed that our rare is a silver, but he looks pretty good. And, Kokorin will sell for a little bit. Now let's see that Thiago is also a really solid non-rare. We get actually some really decent non-rares. Kazari, Kokorin, Galwield, I think that's how you say that guy's name. I love him. I loved when he played for the teams in the Eredivisie. And then Thiago. But we get a couple other good things here. I'm just going to, like I said, probably store all this in the club. You love to see the squad fitnesses, especially, and an anchor before the weekend league. I qualified for that, boys, and I'm really excited to get into that. So, like I said, this squad builder challenge for the marquee matchup could be really fruitful. A lot of players haven't really invested that much in it. And you can still pick up these players for pretty cheap. Make sure you pick up the non-rares if you can. That is where the biggest price margins are. And don't be afraid to look into the complementary market too, as in if you know that Man City and Tottenham's going to be a rival or be in the marquee matchups, you really think that, look in the BPL for other positional players that might help, such as left backs and right backs, or especially the ones in the Ligue 1 like Toulouse and Bordeaux, because those, like the Ligue 1 left backs and right backs, always jump up in price during the squad builder challenges. So make sure to look into that too. But if you like what I'm saying, I'm always open to hearing some comments or advice or suggestions in the comment section below. But also, make sure you like and subscribe for more. And most importantly, stay wise.